YOLO, come to my journey guys. We're gonna do some system deployment. Hope you guys enjoy.
Vậy chị với con chị chỉ sinh một lần thôi. Rồi, Phi An tới đâu rồi? 6 minus 4 equals 2.
Can use Maven for this specific lecture into your GitHub. Then that process do everything for you, right? Automate everything for you from the very beginning when you commit your code to all the way to the end here, when you can see your change on the website. And this cool thing is we run on 2 different instances, because at the end of the day you want to go from microservice, right? Small servers and small responsibility. All right, so this server is only care about the Jenkins. We call them the Jenkins server, and this server we call them a Tomcat server. All right, and we're gonna figure out how these servers gonna communicate, talk to each other for all of that. Okay, but eventually our big pictures is this. We want to build the whole CI/CD pipeline in the course, right? So hopefully we can achieve that. So we're gonna commit the code into the local Git to GitHub, and then Jenkins gonna automatically pull the code, and then build the project, copy the project artifact into the Ansible, and then push the image into the Docker Hub, and then use that Docker Hub image, pull the image into Kubernetes, and also the Ansible can control to Kubernetes to deploy the container perfectly for that applications. And you call them the CI, because this is continuous iterations, right? There's nothing about deployment yet, just building and just compiling and building the artifact. And this step we call them the continuous delivery, because we are focused on how can we deliver that on the server. Okay. All right, so this is the full pictures. All right, hopefully you guys won't be like, oh my god, Tom, every week you give us like 29 pages of PDF tutorial, right? It's like, what's going on here? So I just want to let you know the big pictures, right? To achieve the big pictures, we need to go for smaller steps, right? Like maybe, right, guys, and that optimized to run on EC2 of IP address to domain name, right? For the browser to open that website, that by create a new JDK. So you do Amazon. All right, so I can check for instruction how to connect to SSH by go to connect. Okay, so if you're really lazy, you can go for the EC2 instant connect. So it will show you the terminal, you know, the browser terminal right on the browser without access to it. But we're gonna do it in the right way. We're gonna using the keys. So this one is done, right? Because I already like changed permission for this one in the previous lab. So now I just need to copy this one. So this one is using the keys PAM, and this is the domain name server of my EC2. So I can just copy that and paste it here, and hopefully it's gonna work. All right, so the first time do it, yes. Okay, so now I'm in, perfect, right? So now I'm in the Amazon Linux machine. I can check where am I. Okay, so I'm in the home directory of EC2 user. All right, so next up, the thing is we're gonna install a lot of stuff, right? We're gonna like do all the stuff, and we need permission for that. So instead of should do every time, imagine you need to like should do every time. That kind of waste of time, right? What if you log in as a root user? So there is a command called sudo shu dash. So this one allow you to log in as a root user and go to the root user directory. So if I do that, I can see that my user are now changing from EC2 user to root user now, and I can check where I'm in the last root. So that's in the home directory of the root user. Alright, so so if you do, I want to install Java, right? So I do yum install Java. Okay. It's installed the 17, which I don't like it. Okay. So there are web specific package where you install the Java JDK. So you do Amazon, Linux, Extra. So these are the packages are maintained by AWS for you to install the stuff that you want to install. And I'm like, hey, I want to install the Java Open JDK 11 as a root user and go to the root user directory. So if I do that, I can see that my user are now changing from EC2 user to root user now, and I can check where alright, so install Java.
Okay, install Java.
Okay. It's installed the 17, which I don't like it. Okay. So there are web specific package where you install the Java JDK. So you do Amazon, Linux, Extra. So these are the packages are maintained by AWS for you to install the stuff that you want to install. And I'm like, hey, I want to install the Java Open JDK 11. Keep it simple on 11.
Install Java Open JDK 11. What? Okay. Why? But it doesn't have one. I have to see shooter.
And this gonna specifically choose the JDK 11 for me using the package maintained by Amazon. Okay. Alright, so you can start, and after there are Docker. So now I have, alright, I need to go to the links, Apache Maven, and you can see
Đút cho con nắp sữa tắt đèn nha. Nó để bà uống. Ôi trời, uống sữa cho mình chỉ có mượn má. Uống sữa tại vì cái ra màu nào đó thì sữa. Có, để của má mà không. Có mượn rồi.
Cái lộn cái này là gì qua này? Helium luôn.
See that there are a bunch of the right. I want to get application. You can check pretty quickly. I do wget into my evcf and the name, right? The name Apache. So this is gonna unzip or uncompress everything of Maven's. Right? You can see that all the five are everything.
Kỳ y chang thầy luôn, nó lỗi not in this format kia dạ cô lên nghỉ đi.
Đi ăn xong chưa? Khoan, bây giờ tôi nói với em cùng làm cái này được không? Làm cái này xong rồi mình nghỉ 7 minus 4. Cái này không nghỉ hết buổi thôi.
Where we select sorry, go select they don't have the minus one.
Cô ha. Nghe ơi. Con nhìn qua bên cạnh con coi chị đang làm gì không? Đâu con phải để check thêm nè. Trời ơi, giỏi dữ vậy.
biết chuyện gì luôn, nói lỗi nè.
Rồi con làm xong cái này đi nha. Làm xong cái này đi, rồi tomorrow cô cho cái khác.
Attache trừ Maven trừ 3 tháng 8 tháng 6 trừ pin tháng 3 tháng GZ
Of Maven, you can see
Seven minus 4 equals 3. Để tập trung đọc cho con. Okay, 6 minus 5 đi. Ủa má, cái bịch của anh Thiệt đưa đâu rồi? Má xếp thử đi má. Trời ơi. Dạ. 6 minus 5 equals 1. Nhanh lên đi, anh đang làm gì vậy con nè? Okay, yeah. 4 minus 2. No, yeah. Vậy hai cô nghe làm không? No. No. Cô coi. Đến khi mẹ về thì được bye bye. Nhan, hay lộn con nha. Con thích chọn con nào cũng được. Đặt sao?
That all of the again you can see that these are to keep it organized, because the number 3 A6 here to just Maven, just
Tại sao vậy? Rồi.
Mavens, okay, to keep things simple. So now I only have Mavens folders here. All right, so let's explore Maven folders and see what's going on here. So if you go to Mavens, all right, and there's a bunch of stuff, and there's a very special folder called bin. Bin usually stands for binary, like all the executable file. So you go to bin, check again, see that, oh, okay, so they've got a very special Maven script. So this allows you to run different Maven command here. So you can do .mavens -v to check the versions of Maven. So you can see that the current home of Maven is /of Mavens, and it's actually recognized the Java version is 11, and also it see where is the Java runtime is, and yeah, so pretty much how you run Maven commands, right, by using that specific script. The thing is, if you go outside from that folder, if you do Mavens again, it doesn't work, right? Because you have to go inside that specific folder for it to work. If you go even outside, right? Outside here, you call Maven, doesn't work. Then you have to have the relative VV, right? Now as well, you can see that this is annoying because every time you run Mavens, you need to go to your folder that to look for that. Cool. So we do JVM, right? We want to find where is our Java installations. Okay, so you can see that we have this one. So this one is exactly what we want. So user library JVM. So this is where our JVM folder that we want. And if you actually list out what inside this, so ls this, you can see that it got a bunch of stuff, but the thing we want is this one. So this is our
user library.
Java JDK file we want. Okay, let's remember the links here. So the whole thing will be this slash that. Okay, so this is the full link of the JDK 11 West installations. Okay, now every time you launching the root folder, right, root user, you want to have some specific environment path, some command that is know exactly which folder to look at. So to do that, every single user can have a very special file called bash profile. So if you go, okay, and you do ls la, you see that there are very specific file called bash profile. You're gonna check out that bash profile and see what's going on inside. You can see that by default, the path specific. So whenever you do ls, ever you do any Linux command, if you look into this folder to find that specific script to run ls, to run move, to run create directories, right? So we want our Maven's directories also in the home directories, in the path directories here. So let's create two variable in here. We want to do to home, Maven's home have to be, yep, And do you remember where we start Mavens, right? So in the op, Mavens, right? So for M2, we start them where? For M2 home is Maven of Mavens, like the home directory of Maven. But for M2, it has to be the bin folder, the binary folders of Maven. So it has to be ops, Mavens, bin. Okay. The next one will be our Java home. All right, Java home. I don't remember where the things is. I'm gonna save that first. I'm gonna go outside and copy the full links here. Yep, the full links here. Go back and add that into our Java home. So there are 3 important variables to show you where is the Java home. Full links here. I'm gonna go outside and copy the full links here. I'm gonna save that first. I'm gonna go outside and copy the full links here. Yep, the full links here. Go back and add that into. Yep, the full links here. Go back and add that into our Java. Home. So there are 3 important variables to show you where is the home of Maven, where is the executable directory of Maven, and where is the Java, and add them into any path. These first of all, Java home, right? And secondly, also add the Maven home and Maven executable file. So by doing this, right, whenever you run a command, it's not only checking in the current path, the home bins folders, the Java homes, the Maven's home, and the Maven's directories. So if you save this, right, and you say echo, you want to print out stuff, bring out the current path, and you can see that the current path of root user are, whenever you run any command, look into the S bin inside the local, the bin inside the local, the S bin inside the user, the bin inside the user, and the bin inside the root, right? It hasn't really that effective that we did. So to make the bus profile effective, you can log out, log in again as a root user, or you can do source. It hasn't really that effective that the user inside the local, the bin inside the local, the S bin inside the user, the bin inside the user, and the bin inside the root, right? It hasn't really that effective again at the root bash profile. So this gonna make sure that this specific bash profile run. Right now, the Java JDK directories at the Maven directories at the binary Maven directories. So now when you call Mavens, it's know where to look at, right? It's looking at each of these folders and actually find Maven's command inside the of Maven bin binary directory.
Okay, see you guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Peace.